So over this last week, Counter-Strike has seen some pretty interesting events unfold, that being for the game, but also from the community. As well as, not to mention, Valve's decision-making has continued to be questioned in both good and bad light. Just over this last few days, Valve has implemented some great but interesting features into Steam to further trading security when it comes to Counter-Strike items. But because of the new added security, is there more to it than Valve just wanting people not to get scammed? And then the CS community over this last week has seen one of the biggest unboxings in the last 10 years, and Valve's content plan and recovery due to all the recent negative feedback about CS2, and it will be pretty interesting to see how they want to fix things. Today's CS2 news video, we have much to discuss, so strap yourselves in and enjoy. But before we go any further, I want to thank SkinsMonkey for sponsoring today's video. Are you bored of your current Counter-Strike loadout and want to trade it out for something different? SkinsMonkey has you covered. As a buying and trading marketplace, SkinsMonkey offers amazing deals and the fastest way to trade out your old skins for something new. By using my code BANDO, you can get up to a free $5 by spending $100 or more, as well as you also get a 35% deposit bonus when topping up your balance. With SkinsMonkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be at the top of the description down below. Now, firstly for today's video is Valve's new added security. Well, we all know API scams, people logging into people's Steam accounts, taking all their balance by spending it on some certain item, unboxing cases, sending all over their skins to someone else's account or one of their alts, has been a problem for a little over the last decade. And while just a couple of days ago, according to data miners in the CS community, but also users, including myself just using Steam, we can see that Valve is working on additional marketplace verification where you now have to go into the Steam mobile app and essentially confirm it as you would a login or another trade you do with any other item. Now, a recent post from Gabe Follower, in my opinion, best describes and explains how this thing works, and then we'll go into my opinions afterwards. He states that Valve are working on additional marketplace verification using the Steam mobile app for items in the per item category, mostly for Counter-Strike 2 skins. And just a couple of days after that, he said it looks like they already enabled it. Now, this is just my theory, but also a couple of questions for you guys. Do you think it goes deeper than, well, just this? And what I mean by that is Valve making it maybe a little bit more difficult for people to use the Steam market and just trade items overall with Counter-Strike? I get and I know that scams are a pretty big problem within the CS community, but what's the next thing they're gonna add? Is it gonna be another trade hold? Because every year when something like this comes out, people ask similar questions and they just don't know the answer. When we do get updates like this towards Steam and CS items, it seems pretty crazy at the time, but for the next big thing to happen, it doesn't seem too as crazy, well, when it fully releases. After running some tests and seeing things for myself, I came to a couple of conclusions, but I also had some questions. My first conclusion is that this one wasn't enabled for everybody on Steam. Right now, it seems to be only limited and available for certain people, and I'm not really sure why. My second question for people who have this enabled, at least as of right now, what is causing Valve to send this out to people's PCs and their Steam accounts? But what's it gonna do if you're buying things in the bulk on Steam? And what I mean by that is if you buy, let's just say 100 different cases within CS on Steam, you wanna do a max unboxing, or you wanna invest a lot into some cases or capsules or stickers, are you gonna have to individually confirm all of those cases or all of those items just in general individually? Or is it gonna depend on whether or not they are coming from the Steam account or not? Because it's so new, we don't have a whole lot of information. That's just what I know and what I've seen from my testing, but let me know what you guys think and what your experience with this is so far. Second up for today's video, which I wanna keep short and sweet, is you may have seen a lot trending towards some of the biggest streamers within the CS, but also just Twitch community, where the CS collector known as Megalodon888 has recently set out to OniPixel, Arrow, Tim the Tapman, and Nadeshot over $240,000 US of old and rare packages, capsules, cases, and pretty much everything else you can think of. This guy's a pretty ritzy dude within the CS community, as I believe as of right now, he has 50 Katowice 2014 capsules locked away in his inventory, and he's also trying to find the best case hardened scar pattern for the AK-47, but he's yet to have no luck. And of course, lastly for today's video is the current state of CS2, which will be kept short and sweet here. Long story short is that the CS2 devs have and will not be updating the game until the 14th of July. So yes, we should see that in the next couple of days, but people don't really seem to like that answer or that new course of action. You see, just as of recently, the skins market has taken quite a bit of a dive, and so too has the player count. Now, it's not falling drastically, nor is the market crashing, but it's definitely a lot lower than we've seen earlier in 2025 and even late 2024. We've seen for the first time in a long while that the player count has fallen underneath 1 million concurrent players during some days out of the week. Yes, the Steam summer sale was on, players are wanting to go and play different games, go outside, go on vacation, so on and so forth, but I also think it's because of the state of CS2 that it's in right now. A lot of things are being said and talked about, but nothing's being done. Yes, we are getting Season 3 of Premiere on the 14th, but for all we know, that's all we're getting then and for a long time afterwards. Quite honestly, Premiere Season 3 is just not enough to get players and will get players out of a slump. There's things that need to get fixed and updated, such as the Armory Pass. It needs to get fully refreshed, because believe it or not, we're soon to be coming up on a year since its release, and these skins haven't really been changed out whatsoever. Where are the maps and modes that Valve recently purchased, like Lake, Cache, that makes Counter-Strike, well, feel like Counter-Strike? They're just nowhere to be found. And I'm hoping these will be coming in Season 3 of Premiere, but aside from a couple of data mines, we don't really know what is really coming. Because this next couple of months of content, let's not forget, the sticker sale for the Austin Major hasn't even started, and I already think a majority of the community has already mentally checked out of it. For Season 3 of Premiere, what if we don't get Cache? What if we don't get Lake? And what if we just get maps moved around in the competitive map pool that we already have within CS2? Let me know what you guys' thoughts are about the current state of CS2. What are you guys currently playing? And do you like Valve's new security measure within Steam? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.